Kia ora te whānau. Welcome everybody into Ngākau Oho this morning, first day of the week. Always a good place to start. 2 glasses of water, a little bit of meditation. Just set the pace for our day, set the pace for our week, and really making it a practice so it just sets every day. No later, we'll just start with a karakia and we'll jump into our mahi. Tuki rui te tuki tuki roi te tuki ka tuki nā tu tēnei tuki ka te tuki nā runga ue te mana ka hinga tāne ka tāko te kei raro kei ngā mana I runga I raro tāwhiwi te tuki nei. Papa te tuki kei ka waiki kai paku kā noa tēnā te hau o tūku te hau o tāwhiri mātea wārea ki runga wārea ki raro. Tāko tō tūturu whakamoa ki a tīna, haumi e hui e tāiki e. Just to think about what we're thinking about, think about what we're actually, how we're moving through the day, how we're moving through our, the journeys we're all taking. To signal the systems that we want operating as opposed to the ones that we are reacting to that are just kind of becoming habitual and just sort of running on their own kaupapa. We are actually the driver, not them. In some form or another, we're all kind of like moving towards this place of happiness, if you wanted to call it that. Doesn't matter which road we're taking, either from one end of the scale to the other end of the scale, everyone's kind of pursuing this place of happiness. So it's just a nice way to begin to break the bond to the emotions that, you know, don't serve us, like stress, anxiety and anger and all of that. You know, we're not made to live in these states 24/7, 365. They serve their purpose, but the thing with today is that a lot of people are just living in it continually, and this other space is kind of like this space that we touch on every now and again. So this is along the kaupapa what I was talking about flipping the script, about living in the other place and using the stress and anxiety to serve its purpose as tohu, as warning. These feelings that come from it are sort of telling us stuff, or they indicate things that are happening around us. So using it more in that capacity as opposed to living in it every day, all the time. And then once we sort of ask what you really seek, what you really desire, what is really drawing you, then we start to create a mental rehearsal and physically demonstrate. And then everything starts to sort of change and move into a different space of operating. You know, thinking the same way and expecting a different outcome is kind of, you know, maybe insane a little bit. It's kind of, you know, what we were talking about, putting the, driving down the motorway and putting the brake and the accelerator on at the same time. So these are nice sessions just to commit to your shift in the sessions and just to really sort of bring more of an awareness about those sort of things, about what systems are operating in us, what can we do, what sort of can we lean into to change those, so we live into more of the other space that we are all kind of moving towards. That search of happiness, or just being being tau, as opposed to always in stress. You know, we're sort of dragging every day into the next day into the next day, and this just becomes a habitual behavior, and then we're kind of expecting change, but really the energy we're carrying doesn't kind of allow that to happen. So there's two contrasting things happening. So just a nice session, just a nice way to come in and maybe start to look into those spaces and create something around you, within you, that sort of helps that momentum into those directions. If you're coming in for the first time, just sometimes sitting on elevate yourself a little bit on a pillow. If you're sitting in the cross-legged position, just helps in that position. Otherwise, if you're a yogi, like a couple of yous are out there, then hei ki aku, straight onto the floor. Bring your Rakau, samota, open mind. Just drop your chin to your chest. Just start opening up through the kaki. If you need more of a stretch through here, like we've been saying, just bring your ringa up on top of your upoko and just use the weight of your hands and arms just to pull through there into the base of the skull, top of the spine. You'll feel that stretch start to move its way down the spine also. Toru, rua, tahi. Looking towards the ceiling, opening the throat, stretching through the throat, the poka. Pushing under the tenderfoot helps. Just stretch up through the front of the neck. Looking towards the ceiling. Start to focus on your breathing through our session. Toru, rua, tahi. Go back to centre. Titiroki Maui, so taking our chin over our left shoulder, dropping the eyes behind the shoulder onto the floor. Feel that stretch through the twist, through the opposite side of the kaki. Toru, rua, tahi, whakawhiti. Just draw our upoko to the right shoulder, our chin. Dropping the eyes behind the shoulder onto the floor. Just stretching open the opposite side of the kaki. Toru, rua, tahi, go back to centre. Tilting the upoko, left ear to the left shoulder. Just bring your hand over the top if you need more of a stretch, opening up all the way down through the side. The right side of the kaki down onto the shoulders. Toru, rua, tahi, whakawhiti, centre, and the right ear over the right shoulder. Arm up over the top if you need more of a stretch. Just drawing all the way down through the kaki, onto the shoulder. Toru, rua, tahi. We are upoko back to centre. Just dropping our chin again to our chest. Just roll the chin across the chest to the left shoulder. Back across the chest to the right shoulder. Don't go all the way around at this stage. Mahi pēnei. We'll just do 3 of these. Tahi. Rua. Toru. Let's come back to centre. Right, now we're starting to move down through the shoulders into the centre back and just coming forward. Remember, use your breath, deep breath in, release the breath, just start to drop forward. We're just opening up the arms, the shoulders, top of the shoulders, through the shoulder blades. You'll feel the stretch start moving down into the lower back, into the glutes, if your legs are crossed. Just let your upoko hang forward. Toru, rua, tahi. Back up to centre. Hakiroto, draw the breath in. We're driving up through the centre of the tinana. Release the breath out into the same stretch. You should be able to move just that little bit further than the last. Just keep relaxing the body. Just let that breath move through the tinana. You'll feel that stretch all the way through the ribs, through the spine, into the lower back, to the glutes. Toru, rua, tahi. Making up to centre. Hakinoto, hakiwaho. Right, nose or chin to the left knee. Starting to open up down the side of the spine, opposite side of the spine. into the beginning of the ribs, all the way down to the side of the tinana. Toru, rua, tagi. Take it up the centre. Whakawhiti, haki roto, haki wako. After that, ki matau to our right side. Chin or nose to the knee. Feel it pull to the opposite side. These are really good if you're sitting a lot during the day. We'll mention that. Toru, rua, tahi, back up to centre. Start elbow to floor, haki roto, haki wako. Bringing our left elbow to the floor, arm over the top. Bringing that stretch around a little bit further. Opening up through the lats, stretching through the ribs, all the way down into the side of the hope. We've got to keep that shoulder back so our chest is not closed. Tahi, rua, toru, right, and we're sliding back to centre. Whakawhiti, right elbow to the floor, opposite side. Just keeping that shoulder back so our chest doesn't close. And relax the tinana. Just opening up the opposite side through the ribs, down into the hope. Toru, rua, tai. Back to our centre. Haki roto, haki wako. Just coming into our space. We like palms facing forward, facing each other, or up. Start to experiment with these. Just to feel energy pulsating through the tinana. My eyes closed. Just starting to relax the body. Starting to empty the mind. Starting to come into your space, retreat from the external environments. Just slowly scope the outside of your tinana, just around the surface of your body. And slowly come into the inside, to the internal space. Start to relax the body, the tinana, up through the kaki, through the back of the neck, through the scalp. Relax all those scalp muscles, down through the forehead, release the forehead, release the eyebrows, just release through the cheeks, the nose, down around the waha, and relax the jaw. Relaxing down through the koka, through the throat area, down the front of the neck. Be mindful of your breath. Every time you release the breath, relax the tinana. Relax across the top of the shoulders and drop your shoulders. Relaxing down through the arms, through the elbows, the forearms, through the tips of the fingers. Relaxing down through the chest, the upper back, shoulder blades. Relaxing through the solar plex, the top of the puku, through the center of the back. Down into the lower puku, into the lower back. releasing all the tension through here, relaxing the body. Down through the hope, through the hips area, through the uri, through the thighs, the hams, through the top of the legs, through the knees, down through the calves, into the ankles, through the feet, all the way to the tips of the toes. Just releasing any tension, relaxing the tinana with every outgoing breath. By our 3 breaths into our 3 hearts, I bring our focus to our whatu manoa, the all-seeing heart. Start to elongate the breath, longer, slower and deeper. Relax tinana and deeper breaths. By 3 breaths to our whatu manoa, hā ki roto. Hā ki waho. Hā ki roto. Breath in, attention at the whatu manoa. Release the breath. No, hā ki roto. Our last breath to our whatu manoa. Hā ki waho, release the breath. Bring our attention to the center of the chest, to our manoa, Ngākau manoa, the balanced heart, the living heart. 3 slow deep breaths, hā ki roto. Hā ki waho. No, hā ki roto. Center of the chest, the Ngākau manoa. Release the breath. Hā ki roto. Deep breath into the manoa. Release your breath. Bring your awareness to the whatu manoa and the manoa. Bring your awareness to the alignment of them. It's So I'm enjoying the breath into both the whatu manoa and the manoa. Hā ki roto. Hā ki waho. Hā ki roto. Hā ki waho. Hā ki roto, drawing our breath into the whatu manoa and manoa at the same time, feeling their alignment. Hā ki waho. Bring your attention to the pūmanoa, the center of the puku, the emotional house. 3 elongated breaths, and feel its energy. Feel the space. Hā ki roto. Drawing breath into this energy center. A pūmanoa. Hā ki waho. Anō, hā ki roto. Into the center of the puku, a pūmanoa. Hā ki waho. Hā ki roto. Hā ki waho. Right now, bring into line the pūmanoa with the manoa, with the whatu manoa. Our 3 energy centers that sit in the line through the tinana, center of the pito, center of the puku, center of the chest, center of the upoko. And 3 deep breaths into these 3 places. Hā ki roto, draw your breath long, slow and deep. Feel their alignment. Hā ki waho. Hā ki roto. Draw the breath in to our 3 manoa energy centers. Feel their alignment sitting directly in the tinana. Hā ki waho. haki roto, haki waho. Still aware of these three hearts in alignment within the tinana. Now draw our breath through the uri and driving the breath in a direct straight line up through our pūmanawa, manawa, to the whatu manawa, to the crown, to the pūmotomoto. Haki roto, draw the breath through the uri, push the pito back towards the spine, engage the puku, lift the energy through the breath, up through the pūmanawa, through the manawa, whatu manawa. Hold it the pūmotomoto for 3, 2, 1. Release your breath, relax your body. Just keep your spine straight. Anō haki roto, draw our breath in. Push the pito to the spine. Engage the puku, draw the breath. Follow the line of the spine if that helps, through the pūmanawa, the manawa, up through the koka, through the Hinengaro, and rest at the crown. 3, 2, 1. Release your breath. Relax your tinana. One more breath, driving directly the center of the tinana, haki roto. Pushing our pito towards the spine. Engage the puku. Lift your energy through the breath, through the pūmanawa, through the center of the chest, the heart space, through the throat, through the hinengaro, the mind. Rest your attention at the crown, the pūmotomoto. Feel your energy. 3, 2, 1. Release your breath. Draw our attention to the top of the upoko, drawing the breath from the higher self, the higher consciousness, the higher faculties. Haki roto, draw the breath. Down through the hinengaro, into the manawa. Expand with the breath, the chest. Release the breath down through the pūmanawa to papa. Anō haki roto. Expand the chest. Release the breath down through the pūnawanua to papa. Anō haki roto. Haki waho. Through the pūmanawa to papa. By haki roto, nice deep breath. Haki wako. Slowly open the eyes, coming up for our kōtipito. As best you can, just hold your state. Keep your awareness about your tinana, just about the breath that's moving through the body. Find your pose position. Maybe your legs are a little bit wider than your hips. So when we start our kōtipito towards the taira whiti, our pose, haki roto, draw our breath. Haki wako. Release, keep the body relaxed. Haki roto. Just expand, push the breath through the whole tinana. Release, relax. Feel yourself grounded. Haki roto. Haki wako. Feel the energy, the fluidity starting to come. Kōtipito. Tu whera mai kia rangi nui. Tā moa kia papa tuanuku. Feel the space between the points. Draw across papa. The energy of both towards your center. Kōtipito. Prutia, te Māori. Brace your life force. Hei oranga Wairua. Hei oranga Hinengaro. Hei oranga Tinana. Hei oranga Whānau. Kōtipito. Always return to your center. Acknowledge both sides. Ko te tūtama tāne. Our male essence. Ko te tūtama wahine. Feminine essence. Return unto its balanced center. Kōtipito. Ko ki whakamuri. Pea ngā atu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei oranga. O ngā uri. Whakaheke. Kōtipito. Be well for our generations that are to come. Tūkuna ta Māori, kore no mai ti hei. From our taira whiti, huri ki te tai tonga to ourselves. Hākina, start to accentuate the movement. Hāputa. Hākina. Hāputa. Drawing more movement into the tinana. Hākina. Hāputa. Kōtipito. More fluidity within the sessions. Tu whera mai kia rangi nui. Tā maua kia papa tuanuku. Kōtipito. Prutia te Māori. Grasp your life force. Hei oranga Wairua. Hei oranga Hinengaro. Hei oranga Tinana. Hei oranga Whānau. Kōtipito. Ko te tūtama tāne. Te tūtama wahine. Kōtipito. Ko ki whakamuri. Pea ngā atu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei oranga. O ngā uri. Whakaheke. Kōtipito. Always return to your center. Tūkuna ta Māori, ti hei. O mea tai tonga, huri ki te kauahuru. Mighty swells of the west coast. Hāputa. The currents that run within each of us. Hākina. Hāputa. Hākina. Hāputa. Kōtipito. Tu whera mai kia rangi nui. Tā maua kia papa tuanuku. Kōtipito. Ntia te Māori, brace your life force. Hei oranga Wairua. Hei oranga Hinengaro. Hei oranga Tinana. Hei oranga Whānau. Kōtipito. Ko te tūtama tāne. Te tūtama wahine. Kōtipito. Return to its balanced center. Hoki whakamuri. Ngā atu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei oranga. O Māori. Whakaheke. O te pito. Tukuna ta Māori. Ti hei. Ngā hauauru. Huri ki te tai tukaro. To the north. Always the 4 directions. The 4 winds. Feel the fluidity through the tinana. Hākina. Feel the breath saturating the tinana. Hākina. Hāputa. Ko te pito. Find and acknowledge your center. Tūwhera mai ki a rangirui. Tā maua ki a papatua nuku. Ko te pito. Kia te Māori. Hei oranga Wairua. Hei oranga Hinengaro. Hei oranga Tinana. Hei oranga Whānau. Ko te pito. Ko te tūtama tāne. Ko te tūtama wahine. Ko te pito. Turn unto its balance center. Hoki whakamuri. Ngā atu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei oranga. O Māori. Whakaheke. Ko te pito. Create the well state for our generations that are to come. Tukuna ta Māori. Hākina. Hāputa. Hākina. Hāputa. Hākina. Hāputa. Face your palms forward. Just tilt your shoulders back. Tilt your head back as if you're looking to the top of your maunga or looking to the horizon. And acknowledging tamanui te rā, rising the energy of life. Feel the energy pulsating through your tinana. Coming through the palms of your hands, through your feet, to the top of your upoko. Ai hā ki roto, hā ki waho. Slowly opening our eyes, bringing our Rakau. By this morning, bringing our waiwai onto the center of the foot. Just stepping up onto your Rakau. We're going through the arch of the feet this morning. Always has a bite for me, this one. So just stepping up. Waiwai's just a bit wider than the hips, just to create some stability for us. The Rakau moving through the arch. Remember, this one has a bit of a bite, so just apply pressure accordingly to how it works for you. Quite slowly, drawing the pressure from either end of the foot, whichever one is touching the ground, mindfully lifting that one. So the weight shifts back into the center of the foot. My heels are on the ground, so I'm leaning forward. Just bringing weight across the center through the arch of the foot. Right. Slight bend in the knees if that helps. Just feel that bite from the Rakau through the center of the foot. Rima, whā, toru, rua, kahi. Ka pai up the haere to our left waiwai. Just bringing more pressure onto the arch. Or accordingly, just to wake up the internal organs. waking up the internal system. More pressure on the left waiwai. Rima, wha, toru, rua, tahi. Whai whakawhiti, at the higher, the slower you cross, the more effect it has. Cross through our right waiwai. More pressure on the right foot. Now lifting, tilting the heel forward, bringing pressure into the centre of the arch. Just bringing pressure onto this high mata. Again, just stimulating the internal organs. Rima, wha, toru, rua, tahi. Wha, haere back to centre. Just settle into the pressure through the arch. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima. Slowly step off your Rakau. Well, that's a good bite this morning. So usually good to do these a few times. Kapai, once you've walked that out, we'll bring our Rakau up. Parallel with the Tinana. Palms facing down. It's our usual warm-up session up over the shoulders. Starting to open up the Tinana. We got a bit more awareness about the body. Moving the joints so we can have energy flow through our whole space. So they're not getting lodged in different areas. With our count off, tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau. Right back to the centre, rolling one at a time. So we roll through the shoulder joints. Really good for any rehab stuff happening. Do our count off. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, one more, rima. Ready? Back the other way. Opening up through the arms and the shoulders. Do our count off. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima. Mahi Rākau. Remember, breath out towards the floor, breath in, lifting up. Breath out, push the Rakau out, all the way to the ceiling. Drop the Rakau down to the front of the Tinana, releasing the breath. Haki roto, haki waho, haki roto, haki waho, haki roto, haki waho. One more. Haki roto, haki waho. Haki roto, draw the breath. Bring our Rakau up over the upoko onto the shoulders. Mai mahi pēnei. Keep the upoko facing forward. Keep looking forward so we're not turning the head to our count off. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau. Right, this time turning the whole upoko, dragging the eyes to the opposite, directly behind you. You'll feel the tinana opening up more down through the hips, pivot off that opposite foot. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau. Hapai, back to centre, mahi pēnei. Walking the Rakau up the back of the kaki, up into the base of the skull. Just feel the Rakau doing its mahi. Just pulling all that energy off the base of the skull. We mentioned really good for headaches, anything happening through there. Got a lot of energy pulsating through this area. Rima, wha, toru, rua, tahi, kapai huri. Feel the Rakau walking back down the kaki, pressurizing each side, the neck, the spine, onto the base of the neck, top of the shoulders. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau, kapai. It's a good one through there this morning. Ngā Rakau up over the top, parallel with the tinana, palms facing down. Getting to grow our waka. Movement through our waters of life. Keep our waka moving. Through any waters, it may be upon our hau. Focus on pushing the hands forward first. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau. Kapai, focus on your elbows, driving the elbows forward and ane. Let the tinana move to its natural rhythm. Don't try and block any rhythm or hold staunch to any movement through the tinana. Let it move naturally. Elbows pushing forward, digging deeper into the waters of our waka. Count off. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau, anō, tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau. Kapai, bring our Rakau to parallel, palms facing up. Our first stage of 3. For the Rakau, the level of the upoko. Always just let the tinana move to its natural rhythm. This is our first stage. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau. Switch to stage 2. Drive higher, wider, and pivot off that back foot. Just keep our knees safe. Also pivoting, starts to turn our waiwai. You'll notice it starts working your hope, your knee, all the way down into your ankles and your toes, pivoting off that ball. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, tekau. Kapai, our stage 3. adding the waiwai. A small squat, just to where it feels right for you. Just using the waiwai, pushing out, pushing up. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, lima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau. Kapai, take the squat out. And just coming back to stage 2. Still pivoting off the foot. Drive the Rakau high, both sides. Feel the twist through the tinana. Blood moving through the veins. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, lima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau. Back to stage 1. Just the Rakau level height. We just pull ourselves, no need to pivot off the leg. Still let the tinana move on its natural flow. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, lima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau. Right. Bring our Rakau, koi tamaki mua. Bring it in the centre of the Rakau. Maki pēnei, just to warm up. Opening up through the wrists. Through the fingers. Through the forearms. Also through the shoulders. Really good just to open up these spaces. Remember, just let your natural flow. Once you get better, you can start drawing the Rakau closer towards the tinana. It's really good to get this sort of movement. We are count off tahi, rua, toru, wha, lima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau, whakawhiti. You side. You'll find one is always better than the other. Just what we have leaned in towards for most of our lives. But always good to do both sides. Just brings a kinesthetic awareness to the tinana through the mind. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, lima, ono, whetu, waru, iwa, tekau, kapai. Get our Rakau up over our shoulder. Bring your right hand to the bottom of your Rakau. Rest your Rakau on your shoulder. And just slide it over the back. We're just opening up our shoulders, palms out. Kapai. Bring pressure down from the top, from your top arm, and pull the bottom arm away from the tinana. Well, I think we've mentioned really good for rehab, for rotator cuffs, any injuries through the shoulders. Really good if you've come out of shoulder reconstruction or anything. We just don't want to lose movement through here. You keep still too long like this and then things start building in those places. Energy starts blocking, start getting shoulder freeze, all these types of things. Usually doing these 3 times each side. Later, just in our sessions, we'll just do it once each side just to bring in awareness. Kapai, release the pressure from the top arm. Just bring the left arm out and just shaking it. Kapai whakawhiti, switch the Rakau across. Opposite hand at the bottom, opposite hand at the top. Applying pressure. Draw down the pressure, pull the arm away from the back. Kapai. Just stretching through there, opening up all through the shoulders. Keep that pressure on. Rima, wha, toru, rua, tahi. Right, release the pressure from the top arm. Bring the bottom arm out. Just shaking that ringa. Just to relax the shoulder, release all the pressure out of there. And shake all that energy out through the tips of your fingers. Right, coming into our whakatā. Push out the Rakau, step back. Dropping down. Create the stretch. Through the tinana, all through the shoulders, all the way down the back, into the hips, down the back of the legs. Push the torso, the tinana out to the left, stretching through the lats, the ribs, all the way down through the back wawa of the left leg. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, right back to centre, haki roto, haki waho, push out to the right side. Push the tinana out through the lats, opening the ribs, down into the hips, down the back of the right wawa. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, right back to centre, haki roto, haki waho. If you can, just take your ringa further down the Rakau, down towards the floor. This brings a bit more of a stretch through the tinana and the waiwais. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, taka, kapai. Here two. Move back up to our whakatā position. Ngā Rakau up. Left palm facing down, right palm facing up. Eyes closed. Haki roto. Nice deep breath. Haki waho. Ki te taharui, ki te tahoroa, ki te whaupau tākiri tu e kapa whauri, kapa whāte ka pakia ki te rau, ki te toropa, ki te whenua hiru, mata hiru, aro i putiti ki te rauri, ki whakatai ora, ka reo puti o mātutu, te taure ki taura te pawere ngā tuiti te māro e te kāpega e o ka mairangi nau e i o e. Mātu te koropiko a te huaneke he rong ki te uriri tuki tona whai, whiti ki te Māori e kapa mai oranga tūhere ko te puake re rea tūna putu waitui ki te karangu wai tāta ki te whenua ai ko te rangi e pau tia ki tā upuri hia ka tāpene ngau rei nau e kine motu e. Hamorangi te tō atu pai koha ki rima te tau ki re tuki tō whenua ki tō tūna te amanawa ki ngā ki tautau hei korangi ki te pere tō mai rea te tika anu i putai hori mai te pōku ngau kore te tiparu nau e tāne e. Te pūkore e tamarangi i putoa te awe te wharangi te mātiki ngā horunuku nau e take katoa i katui te here he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. Kia ora. Ture te whānau, āweki nui ki a koutou katoa. Just a great mihi to you for coming up, getting up a bit early, coming in and sharing some energy into our space. Really nice to connect, especially after our weekends, drawing into our weeks ahead. Nō reira, just to be mindful as we walk into our day and into our journeys, just what systems we're turning on, what systems we want to leave, what systems we want to turn off, and the new ones we want to turn on to flip our script and live into more of those spaces instead of dragging our stress and everything through our day into our moi, all of those places. Nō reira, again, hope everyone had a great weekend. Have an awesome day, whānau. We'll see you back on Wednesday morning.